This fuck around just be a scary compilation part, whatever the number is. Hey.
Literally, this camera is still rolling. Are you serious?
Motherfucker messing with them ghosts.
Live TV can produce unpredictable moments and blunders, but what happens when something truly paranormal takes over the broadcast? From ghosts appearing in interviews to furniture moving during live streams, here are 30 instances of spine-chilling paranormal activity caught on live TV. In 2017, Rubsy went live on his channel, but while most of his viewers were invested in the game he was playing, those looking closely at his surroundings noticed something else entirely because seemingly he wasn't alone in that room.
Oh! Whatever the fuck in there don't want you in there at all. Scabby, scabby, gowy, gowy. That motherfucker slam, bro.
What was that?
Not only did the door slam shut behind him, but someone or something also turned on the light. And at this point, he had no idea what was happening. He was scared, but he had to check for an intruder.
He's still trying to look cute for the goddamn camera talking about, what is it, chat? Man, fuck all that. This shit's serious. Some shit go down in here and I get serious in here. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck what y'all talking about, nigga. I gotta survive. All 32 of the viewers that's on here watching this motherfucker, fuck what y'all talking about. I gotta survive. Granted, if some shit start going on from here, I can't be like, Chad, dude, Chad, that motherfucker might come up behind me and snatch my motherfucking neck off. See? You read about the camera. It's real shit in there.
It felt like someone was playing a scary prank on him, but here's the thing. Rubsy was alone, and no matter how many times he checked, he saw nothing. But just as he was getting comfortable again, it happened.
Same. Like I'm watching. It's not like we needed, guys. It's not like we needed anything.
Seen that? I'm leaving. That shit would happen to me. I would have just. Straight up, that shit's scary, bro. That shit's terrifying as hell. That motherfucker swung off the counter. Door already slammed.
Surprise,
lights flicking on in the hallway. What am I staying here for? Look at my feet. I'm out this bitch. I'm gone. Running like a motherfucker. That's my silhouette. I'm gonna be running so fast. That's all you gonna see. But I'm really like, but I'm just like this in your face. That's all you see. I'm gone.
This.
What the?
A ghost manipulating things around you is already terrifying. But what happens when one of these spirits decides to attack you instead? Because that's exactly what happened to this guy who was fast asleep at home.
This gotta be overseas. The fuck they living at, a storm shelter?
He thought he was dreaming as his legs randomly started lifting into the air. But being pulled away from the bed was what set the panic in motion.
That's
because
real?
now he was wide awake and still couldn't see anything.
Oh, hell no. I would Shabali! I've been waking everybody the fuck up. Shabali! Fuck. Oh no, that's scary.
At this
bro.
point, he was kicking and screaming, hoping to find any way to free himself from the clutches of this ghost. Everyone around him was awake, yet no one knew what to do. His life was hanging in the balance.
That shit really happened, bruh.
In January 2025, Kelsey Davies was busy showing off her makeup routine to her live stream viewers. But little did
You got a whole fucking doll, and all them dolls look like you. Automatically ghosts in there.
She knew that this would not be the highlight of her day because just behind her, something evil was awry.
That wasn't that scary. Motherfucker. It just fell.
The windows were closed and there was no wind in the room from the air conditioning either. Yet the doll fell over like it was possessed. The streamer was left totally stunned, but here's the kicker. She'd experienced this before.
Yeah.
That just flew off the...
That ain't funny. If this shit always happening, that ain't funny.
Was it just a misplaced doll falling over, or was there truth to her story? Getting online and talking to your friends is supposed...
I've seen this before. This shit crazy. This shit crazy. Watch this shit, chat. This shit crazy.
...to be fun and relaxing, but that's not the case for everyone. This guy, for instance, was just sitting in his room like every night until he felt a presence behind him.
You never really know. So I say you just go out for those people.
Fuck, nigga, that's like a whole fucking human. You can see the silhouette, bro.
You never really know. So
look, you see the hands, head, neck, body part.
I say you just build off of those people. Was that a ghost? Or you never really know.
The fact that everybody else seen it.
You just build off of those.
And it's like
not
running
only did
through,
everyone
bro.
see the ghastly figure walk past him, but he felt a cold breeze on his back. And at this point, everyone was freaking out because this guy was alone and there was a ghost in his house.
That wasn't even a person.
Junebug, chill out. I ain't got time for this.
Yo, did we catch a ghost on?
And the fact that he like, Junebug, chill out. He don't know shit. This nigga's in there with you, brother. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This nigga's in there with you. So every time you walk around your house, butt ass nigga, they see it. You beat your meat, they see it. You feel like somebody watching me. It is somebody watching you. It is.
Bro, stop.
No, stop it. Stop it. Run it back. I gotta run it back. Looking at it right.
He thought his friends were pranking him because the idea of a ghost haunting him was much more terrifying. They had to go back and rewatch the footage, and what they found was very disturbing.
Imagine they send you that clip while you on live with them right now. They send you that clip. Boom. Now you in the house like, what the fuck? Watching the clip by yourself. What the fuck, chat? Negative.
What the hell was that?
In 2016, a man was alone at his home, streaming some video games to his viewers,
Pokemon.
when he had one of the most terrifying experiences of his life that completely shifted the mood.
It's always something with me. My foot is killing me.
Not like
Granted, I
that.
did drop my phone on it, and my phone...
His roommate had gone out to do laundry, and the wind wasn't blowing, yet he felt a presence behind him slowly pulling the door and closing it. What made this believable, though, was that doors need extra force to be fully closed at that speed.
Granted, I did drop my phone on it, and my phone... Did anybody else see that?
He thought he was seeing things, but when his chat confirmed that the door did close on its own, he knew he had to get up and look for intruders. However, as soon as he went to check, it happened again. The following footage comes from Brazil, where police were conducting an operation at an abandoned hospital. While they thought they'd find...
Operation at an abandoned hospital. That don't sound like ghosts. What does ghost sound like? I'm not going in there, nigga. You know how many people done died here? Abandoned hospital? A lot of people done died here. Huh?
Squatters or a criminal racket inside, they found something else entirely.
Right.
The situation went south as soon as they entered the building because the door went completely haywire and started swinging wildly. The officers had no explanation for what was happening.
It's like, how do you explain that? Like, what is, like, how's it doing that, you know? And I always think, like, if a ghost is doing that, and it don't stop, the ghost ain't right there. That motherfucker means it's real powerful, and that's a distraction. That mean the ghost probably somewhere over here in the dark watching y'all. Or, you know, on some other shit. Because, you know, demons, they sneaky too, and they gotta hide from shit all the time. They scared just like we scared. They ain't trying to get caught either. So they probably set some shit off like boom, 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 and then be over here on the other side of the room ready to attack one of you motherfuckers or get in one of y'all, and then now he got a body or something. You know, some type shit. Or some crazy, scary, paranormal, spiritual, scalagali shit. Oh. That's why I couldn't be no cop. I couldn't be no cop, FBI, anything that involves saving people in crazy situations. I couldn't be that, because fuck that. I'm not going in there. I'm not jumping in that water. So you telling me we got to walk across this water to get to them over there? I'm not going in that water. Hell no. So you want me to run in that burning building? Negative. I'm not doing that. My mama ain't in there. But then, I just can't do it. You know, everything ain't for everybody. Everybody can't sit in front of a camera and just talk on a computer and not see they chat, but they see they chat. See, you know. Everybody can't flip a motherfucking patty and drop them fries like you drop them fries. I can't. I'm eating them bitches. I would have been fired from fast food. That's why I never worked there.
Would have been scared out of their minds after seeing this, and so were the police officers. After all, they were here to fight criminals, not ghosts. So now, with the operation compromised, they only had one option: escape. The video starts with two men exploring a supposedly haunted house, but little do they know that this isn't going to be their usual adventure. There are actual spirits in this house, and they're out to get these guys.
Go ahead, hit that follow, my dog. And stay for a while. I'm leaving. I don't want to be here no more.
Their little excursion turns scary real quick as they realize they're dealing with a real ghost that's not afraid to attack them. The fun is over, and now they can only hope things don't get worse and run for their lives. If you enter a haunted house, you're looking for trouble. But what happens when the trouble finds you?
That's the thing about humans, bro. Why do we enjoy the thrill of fear? Like, we all got our different ways of how we get that enjoyment, but like some people really be going ghost hunting. Like, y'all going the scariest fucking spots in life ever that some people wouldn't dare. They couldn't pay me to go fucking do that. And y'all going in there trying to talk to them, Ouija boards, everything, shit get the flying. Y'all like, ooh, dude, fuck, scared. But it's like adrenaline. Like, some people like jumping out of planes and shit, climbing mountains. Y'all really be climbing fucking mountains out here. You mountain climbing motherfuckers. Y'all brave. That shit's crazy. Some motherfuckers put on skinny suits and fake duck feet and dive in the ocean and have the time of their life. That shit is wild. There's people out here wrestling pigs and shit. Baby cows. You know, everybody got their own ways. Some people like shooting at people. Some people just like hopping out the car. Didn't hit nobody, but they be in the car like, yeah, that was lit. Hey, that shit crazy. Fuck.
You in your own home. This woman, for instance, caught something very disturbing on her living room security camera. There were no motion lights around the house, yet the woman had several instances of lights flickering on and off for no reason. But this wasn't it. She also heard doors slamming and cabinets opening, which sent her cats into a spiral.
Cat's in there like, oh hell no, he's back. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here.
The worst part? The home exorcism wasn't happening for another 2 weeks. Speaking of flickering lights, this man was working the night shift at his office in 2021 when he had the most terrifying paranormal experience of his life, because it wasn't just a chair or a light acting up, it was everything.
Jesus Christ. Everything's going all fucking haywire.
It was pure mayhem in the office, with every single part of it going haywire. But while he braved all this sensory overload around him, he had no idea this was just the beginning, and the worst was yet to come.
We got alarms going off. Ryan's out on patrol. I think there's a poltergeist or some shit in here.
Oh, fuck no. Time to go. You see the lights going off, you get scared, but you like electrical. You know, you kind of like, you know, it's a mechanic thing. Like, fuck, I don't know, it's maybe a chip or something. Doors get to slamming, them bitches ain't automatic, nigga. That's wood on steel, wood on metal. Swing jageen. What the fuck this motherfucker slamming on itself for? That door ain't never closed that hard, ever. As humans, we don't even close doors that hard. It's something in here that don't want me here, I'm gone. It's your spot, I got it, I'm out. You got it for sure.
He could handle the lights, the alarms, and the machines, but the door was his last straw. After all, once a spirit starts showing off its true force, you can't fight against it. He knew he had to run for his life.
In here. Oh!
Back.
Oh! No. This. Holy sh**. No f***ing way.
In 2018, a security guard patrolled the hospital during his night shift. On his first round, he saw a wheelchair at the end of the hallway. However, things had shifted when he returned to the area.
You say you got epilepsy, they be fucking your shit up? Yeah. You ain't got no chance, brother. What is epilepsy? Y'all be like that? Hold on, let me look that shit up real quick. Damn, what is epilepsy? It's like I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. Chronic neurological, whatever, for neurological. I can't even say that shit. You just break out in seizures and shit, and you just, oh fuck. Let me see what it's really looking like. I gotta see that. Cause what I'm picturing, I don't think I'm picturing what. So you like that odd? So you not regular? Like you regular, but you know what I mean? Like you not like, you can just walk around, you can talk, then you have seizures a lot, or it's like you can't even really move your body and shit. Type shit. Because I know like T-Rex, they can't even have lights and shit or flashing lights, they might break out to a seizure. It's like that. Type shit. Cause you would have definitely been in the middle of that hospital going dummy. He would have had you fucked over. He'd have just sitting there slamming the door. Get out of here. Bah, he don't know what epilepsy is though. You know? That's what epilepsy is? Like Tourette's and you get the flat and you get, okay, I know what it is. Yeah, I used to go to this little church thing after school, and the little teacher dude, he had epilepsy, and the teacher and like the bad kids used to like take they lasers and try to flash it at his eyes, and he'd just randomly bark and shit at random times. He used to be chilling in the car, he'd be driving me home, woo! You'd be like, ow. He was like, yeah, I have Tourette's, and he explained it to you, but he was cool as fuck. I wonder what he's doing now.
During his second round.
Dang, that just made me think of this story. I'm finna say, I remember I went to school with this dude that he had seizures and shit like that. And we was in choir, and that nigga just busted out in one. We was like, oh, but I remember I was the only one he told that happened. And I was like, he having a seizure. I ain't know what to do from there. But the teachers that got him, boom. Then one day we was sitting in we was in the cafeteria, right? And we was eating food. And you know how some kids get bad and they might play and throw a chip at you or some shit like that. Well, this nigga was having a seizure in the middle of the lunchroom, nigga. We was at the table we was at was like in the middle of the lunchroom, nigga. And he was like shaking, having like a seizure. And I was like, I think that nigga having a seizure, y'all. And he couldn't talk. And this girl that was sitting at our table was throwing her oranges at that nigga. Like, hey, like get up. Hey, nigga, you having a seizure? And I was like, bitch, what the fuck is you doing? And nigga, I felt so embarrassed, like, to even say like that these was people I was around type shit. Nigga, I felt so embarrassed and I felt so bad for that nigga because like I was cool with his family back in Kansas and this is living in Texas and he like moved from Kansas and that's how we like got cool because I'm like, oh nigga, I'm from Kansas, I got family, nigga. I end up like I know his sisters and shit. But that nigga had a seizure, nigga, and the girl was like throwing shit low key on some bully shit, nigga. I took my nachos, nigga. I had a whole plate of nachos, nigga, and I slapped them bitches on her head, like, bow. I was like, bitch, stop throwing fucking oranges at him. He having a seizure. And then they came and got him at the cafeteria. Yeah, cheesed her shit up, nigga. Don't be. I hate a bully, motherfucker.
He couldn't believe what he was seeing. Had the chair been there all along, or was he gaslighting himself into believing it wasn't? As he tried to piece together his memory and figure it out, it happened.
It was some good ass nachos too, nigga. We had the big chip nachos too that you get at like the goddamn the nachos you get from the like the basketball games, the concession stand. Nigga, the school had the fat nachos that day. I went to class hungry, growling like a bitch. I said, damn, nigga, I wasted my nachos all in her weave. She had me fucked up, though. Well, she didn't have me fucked up. She had him fucked up, and I felt bad. And that's, I took them bitches and crunched them. She was like, and I was like, that's fucked up. Then my stomach started growling. I said, damn, I fucked up.
See,
I'm hungry.
Seeing a ghost is one thing, but what this man in Mexico witnessed can only be described as a real-life horror movie. It started with him hearing a noise on his house's patio, and from that point, it only got worse.
Felt like a rat finna run out.
He couldn't find the source of the noise for the longest time and snooped around the area hoping it was just an animal. But the reality was much more terrifying than he'd thought, and a split-second glance at this creature was enough to send shivers down his spine.
What'd he see? Oh, that's a whole fucking daily. I'm over here looking like this was the wall, and I'm looking behind that, and I sat back and said, oh, big-ass alien in my face. Damn. That motherfucker meowing like a cat, nigga. We don't talk like that over here. What made you use that noise? Bam! Shh! Bam! Grannies. He ain't even said we come in
Hiding
peace.
behind the wall was a humanoid figure, except it wasn't human. It had large black eyes, almost like a stereotypical alien. But the worst part was, it didn't look friendly.
How the fuck is an alien supposed to look friendly? Them bitches is scary. But it didn't look friendly. It don't look like a human, duh. We don't, fuck. That bitch ain't got no ears or tail, no eyebrows, nothing. We can't depict what his facial expression is at all. That nigga talk, what's it called? Telepathy? Telepath. That nigga talk with his brain. Like, really think about that, nigga. We got all types of shit to let us know. We got all types of shit to let you know how we feeling. They don't. This all they got. That's it. Talking about this motherfucker and look like he was a threat. Duh.
In November 2024, a man returned to his apartment after 3 hours only to discover one of his tools had been left on. It was hot and loud, and he didn't remember turning it on. He knew he had to check the security footage.
That boy be in there playing that guy.
While he initially didn't see anything out of the ordinary, a closer look made him notice a strange white orb floating around his apartment. It could have been dust or an insect, but as time went on, the orb got faster.
You seen it like leave like a trail. Y'all seen it like, yeah, that definitely was something. Feel like I'm in a Black Ops 6 lobby or something.
How did these floating orbs result in his heavy blower turning on, though? Besides, it had a sliding switch, which wouldn't turn on easily. But as he kept watching the footage, the frightening truth unraveled before his eyes. The following footage comes from India, where a family heard knocking on their doors for a very long time. The issue was that they just couldn't find the source of the noise. Well, that is, until they reviewed the security footage.
What the fuck?
They knew their house was haunted the second the knocking started, but usually people expect ghosts to have a humanoid appearance. But not this one. No, they saw something very different floating about near the entryway of their main door.
That motherfucker just a light.
So was this floating orb a ghost, or was it just an optical illusion? In the February 2025, a group of friends headed out to Ohio to spend the night at the most haunted place in the state. They left cameras everywhere around the cottage, hoping to find something, and it's safe to say, it didn't disappoint.
There was the table.
Huh?
The table.
No, open the door.
No.
The door just opened? I was looking at the ghost tube.
Their ghost box kept going off the entire night,
like,
but the event set in motion when one of the doors opened by itself. However, while they thought this was the extent of haunted activity they'd find, they were in for a surprise.
It's over here. I mean, I turned around when I was done.
Watch the dog.
And Molly just fell over.
Are you serious?
Yes. Literally, this camera is still rolling.
At this point, they knew something was seriously messed up about this place, and perhaps they'd made a mistake coming here. The spirits didn't want them there, and this was their cue to stop fooling around.
But like, what do you expect though? Like, you're ghost hunting. It's like they go ghost hunting and they find out there's a ghost there and he's doing crazy shit. Now they scared. But if you didn't, if nothing happened, then you be like, well, there's no ghost there. I think they're lying. We gotta go back again. It's weird, man. Just stay out of there, man. It's scary shit going on, man. I be in that bitch super G'd up. I'm talking about holy water, Bible, cross, preacher, priest. It'd have been two of them. A lady that do some shit with a crystal. Like, she knows some shit.
My audio was still rolling too. I was just standing here checking the ghost tube words to see if it said anything while we were gone.
Damn, they like they in an old-ass renovated old-ass house.
In 2020, a woman visiting the hospital had to spend the night there. But while she thought this would be a monotonous night with nothing but empty hallways, never in a million years did she think she'd experience what she did. She spotted a stray arm peeking out near the end of the hallway, but this was just the beginning of her horrific night. As she turned the camera around, she noticed something in the door behind her as well.
Something blowing her hair?
She didn't know if the things she was seeing were real or if she was just being paranoid. Most people would have run out of that place, but not her. She had to see if a real person was stalking her, or worse, a ghost.
It wasn't even that far over. It was like to the left. Go to the left. Let us see the left.
In September 2021,
that probably was some bullshit. They playing in the hospital trying to make a ghost video because she didn't even show the other side where it was at. Chicken wing, they lying.
a family left their dog at home and went on vacation for a day. When they checked the security camera to see if their pet was okay, they saw something they'd never anticipated.
Hold on. I think it's gonna be down here.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Appreciate that follow.
Everything in the house looked fine, except for strange white orbs floating in front of the camera. They'd never seen these things before, and how they moved in front of the camera didn't make any sense either.
How you move in front of the camera don't make no sense. How you move in front of the camera don't make no sense.
People seeing the footage claimed these were spider threads glowing in the camera's infrared light, but the family was convinced their house was actually haunted.
Murder. Hey, get the fuck out. Like I said, what the fuck is that? Girl, go to bed.
The following footage comes from Brazil, where a family got a motion alert on the security camera outside their house. When they checked the recording, however, they were left...
See, that could be like angels, that could be Jesus came back. We don't know what the fuck that is, but in our head, aliens! Ah, get the fuck out of here, we're gonna die! Ah, panic! That, you walking down the street, you see that, oh fuck, demon! That's just some scary shit. That could have been Jesus, and we didn't even know. Jesus like, wait, I ain't fully here yet. Hold on, let me develop. Wait, don't get scared. Oh my God, it's alien, oh dear God, what the fuck? Murder.
Completely stunned.
Jesus trying to pull himself out like, damn, this door heavy. We think it's an alien.
Seeing a floating orb is one thing, but what these folks
of.
saw left everyone scratching their heads. A glowing being floating along the road with a violet light above it. It made zero sense.
I'm not gonna run. I might, if I'm close, yeah, I'm gonna run, but I'm gonna turn around like, what is that? That's crazy.
The scary thing was that this couldn't have been a reflection or an optical illusion. This creature seemed to have limbs that could move. The next thing it did, though, solidified the fact that this could have been an actual ghost.
Surprise, motherfucker.
In 2017, a security guard at an Irish school went through the cameras checking if everything was okay when he noticed something was off about one of the corridors. It didn't take long for him to find what was wrong either.
I don't want to do my own way.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
No one was around the school at that hour, yet there was a presence in this hallway. Something appeared to open and shut the door forcefully, but this was just the beginning. This
like, why every school haunted though? Like, did every high school have somebody die in that motherfucker or something? Or is it something about schools that attract ghosts? And they knew that before they started building schools? Or schools evil or some shit? Like, what the fuck? Like, why every high school is evil? Not evil, but got ghosts. Literally every high school. Even if your high school was just built 10 years ago, you got ghosts now. It's been 10 years, nigga. Why? Or is they all on the graveyard? Yeah, right, Wiz. They own some graveyard or some shit. Why? Why? Technically, we fuck around. A lot of this shit, really all this shit is on graveyard. Cause think about how many people that died back when it was like Indians and shit was here. And they was going through all them wars and shit. Nigga, it was Indians around the whole United States. It wasn't just Oklahoma. Like, that shit was everywhere. Imagine about all them that got killed and just leave them there and they died. I mean, your whole fucking house sitting on top of 2 people. Everybody thinking that ghost in the living room, they granny. That's why I'm doing that in the Ina. We don't know her name though. It's Pocahontas.
The scene was about to get much scarier.
Fucking hate homework.
Furniture can move during earthquakes, but this wasn't one. In fact, not only did the locker move, but one opened and spilled paper across the floor too. Despite all this activity, the ghost still had one more surprise left for the guard. The video starts with 2 friends snooping around at night and finding themselves at the start of an unnerving tunnel because while the entrance has an art piece, the exit looks like it leads into another dimension.
The exit look like straight death. Ugh. What the fuck was that?
What's supposed to be a fun adventure turns scary when a creepy figure pops out near the exit for a second. But is it just a kid having fun with them? Or could this actually...
Yeah, that definitely was his friend, because then he said he came there with a friend. The friend just went over there, they made a video. That's not no ghost. And he didn't even be like, oh, fuck, or nothing. Chicken wing, hot sauce and bologna, chicken and macaroni.
Be a creature from another world stalking them?
Hello? Hello?
They call out to the thing at the end of the tunnel, trying to lure it back into the light again. What they don't realize, though, is that they're only putting their lives in danger.
No. Nigga poked out. Hi, I'm Mexican. Hi. And disappeared.
In April 2025, a family was having strange experiences around their house with furniture moving and things not feeling quite right. So they checked the security cameras at night and found the culprit.
Damn, that shit's floating around? I ain't gonna lie, whoever lived there, they clean and very organized. Look how everything is lined up and everything matched. Boom, bam, to the boom, bam, shaboom, bam, little fireplace. Ying thought, move up, wait. Couch, sectional. This chair matched this chair, and she got them from 2 different spots. They did not come together. These with all the bookie yookies, boom, 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 everything clean. Ghosts gonna love to be there. The ones that shine bright at night.
Much like other haunted incidents, they also had a glowing orb floating around in their house. This one was slightly different though. Not only was it bigger and brighter, but it also morphed as it zipped across the screen. Of course, spider webs can reflect light in the camera too, but again, this orb kept going back and forth in the entire room, meaning this wasn't a hoax. These folks had an actual spirit inside their home.
That's crazy. I wonder if it was good or evil. Shit. That motherfucker just bright, floating around. Ooh.
On the 11th of November, 2022, a hospital security guard was sitting at the reception at night when the front door opened. However, while the guard saw a person enter the building, the surveillance camera's view showed something very different.
You said in Texas there's a railroad crossing that can stop at night. Oh yeah, the one with about the babies. Yeah, everybody know about that though. What? Nigga, you ain't ever went and did it, nigga. You don't know, nigga. Go do it.
No one had entered, yet the guard acted like he was seeing someone. In fact, he even opened the ribbon and greeted the invisible person, engaging in full conversation and writing their name on his sheet.
Yeah, I've been hearing, like, if you in Texas, you hella heard about that, about the little railroad crossing. And you put baby powder on your windows and sit there and then, like, kid hands touch your window. But I haven't seen one nigga go do that. So I don't believe it.
There's a possibility the guard was hallucinating, but in that case, why would the door open by itself?
Yeah,
and the next thing he did drove it home even further. He did receive a ghost patient at the hospital.
And then got a wheelchair for her. She was like, no, okay. So, okay, well, just this way. There's nobody there, bro. But he sees a full
The following footage
person.
comes from Brighton, England, where a man shares his experience dealing with paranormal activity every single day over the past 10 years. And well, it's exactly what you'd expect.
Here's a video my friend sent me.
Move the crisp. Whoa. Oh, what is that? Some Cheetos?
Tag him. His name's King Smithy. He lives down south.
What's crazy is that he seems to have made peace with the spirits at his home, even telling them to move objects around the house. That doesn't mean the spirits are ready to do his bidding, though. If anything, they're about to show why he should be afraid.
All right.
That you can actually see where this ghost is pushing it. It like indents the packet. No, that's just freaky, man.
In October 2024, a woman received an alert on her phone saying that motion had been detected in her house. However, what she saw when she watched the video on her
halo, or is that just something floating, like white?
Phone was shocking, to say the least. It turned out it was yet another glowing orb floating around her house. This one too had an unpredictable path, dotting all over the place and even going away from the camera, ruling out the possibility of a reflection.
She can't do nothing nasty in the house. They definitely watching. Floating on your booty cheeks.
This video comes from a children's hospital in Argentina, where two people entered a corridor and witnessed one of the most bizarre things ever recorded on camera.
Where's that at? In a prison?
It might have looked like an ordinary balloon floating in the air, but there was more to this than meets the eye because this balloon refused to come back to the ground. And what it did next was enough to leave everyone in awe.
Oh, shit. It's coming here. Yeah,
just when they thought this was a helium balloon about to run out of juice, it started floating toward them. Of course, they were smart enough to run away, but somehow even that wasn't enough to escape from the ghost balloon.
Following. Shapakate, popping that bitch. No, because maybe if you pop it, that motherfucker start going crazy in there. We just gotta close the door, leave work, or something, because that's definitely something. How does a balloon that's already just sitting there stationary then follow you? Then you turn around the corner, and then it goes around the corner with you through a door. 100% ghost. Peeked around the corner.
A balloon floating toward you is probably not the scariest thing in the world. What is terrifying, however, is a ghost possessing furniture in your house and having its way with it. And that's
my mama, yeah, that ghost gotta go. Grannies. I ain't even scared of why I ain't getting scared. Nigga, you knocking all my motherfucking books, all my CDs, everything getting knocked on the motherfucking floor. On everything. You gotta get up out of here. You gotta get up out of here. Oh my granny, get out. I'm gonna say some shit. You gotta get the fuck off. Cause you just slamming shit, knocking all my books down. I gotta pick these bitches back up. I done picked these bitches up 5 times this week. Grannies. I'm calling the preacher, I'm calling the priest, and I'm getting 6 gallons of holy water. You gonna get up out of here. We all gonna be soaked in this motherfucker. Yeah. Get the fuck out.
That's exactly what happened to this guy. Or that's what everyone
What's that in the back though? Like, what's that white shit that's pushing it out?
thought initially anyway, but don't worry. This
Is
ghost
it a
isn't
cat?
harmful. In fact, it
Shabaka yummy dog. Why would you even put that in here? There's a whole cat.
it's not a ghost at all. It's just a sneaky cat getting behind the books and pushing them off, which, in hindsight, is probably...
I done got the whole fucking cat soaking wet, whole house wet, books wet. Preacher over here like, it's a cat. He done closed the Bible hard. I'm like, shit, my fault, nigga. I thought something was paranormal, nigga. I thought I had a ghost. This shit been happening for a minute. I was wondering why shit was falling off the counter. This motherfucking cat. I'm gonna tell my girl about it. We're gonna get rid of it. You ain't gotta worry about it. Here, take this with you. You ain't gotta worry about it. Yeah, put that in your pocket. You don't want the money? Okay. In the name of Jesus. But you ain't gotta worry about it no more. I'll be mad as hell at that cat.
more destructive anyway.
Why they even put that video in here?
In 2023, a man got a motion alert for his kitchen camera deep into the night. But while he expected to see some bugs flying around, he was not ready to have his heartstrings pulled by what...
That's a dumbass carpet. The whole fucking floor fucked up cold feet. Then you put a carpet right here, but you don't even got this bitch even. You got this motherfucker just right here. It ain't even like... You got half feet, the sink right here in this area. So you got half, 1 foot on this carpet, other foot not on the carpet while you washing dishes. You drop anything from the sink or spill anything from the oven or anything, nigga, you just, the carpet wet or pasta on it. Like, who the fuck be putting carpet in their kitchen? Unless it's under like the table area or some shit. Nigga, and that carpet look like they made that shit they sell, like they raised them sheep. They got a big ass dog. Damn, big ass bowl of Wawa. Fuck. Ray Charles' little brother drowned in that motherfucker on that movie. That's how big that shit is.
he was about to see.
Oh, hell no. That motherfucker, like, creature type movement. Like, you know, front leg, back leg, and the back got a spine to it.
A ghastly blob was moving around his kitchen, but this wasn't just any ghost. This was the ghost of his deceased cat. He teared up as the ghost moved around the space like it'd done before. Even in death, his cat was by his side.
That's crazy, say cat. I could actually see that. It looked like a dog more than a cat, though. It's a fat ass cat. Cat just walking around the house. Big back, still same movements and everything. That's crazy. He still put water out for her.
Truly, there's no better friendship than that of an animal. Paranormal activity at night isn't just limited to hospitals. This woman, for instance, was sitting at a hotel's cafeteria casually using her phone when she had the most frightening experience of her life.
Hotel yank you out that street.
She was alone deep into the night, which explains her fear when she heard something move at the back of the room. But if that was enough to scare her, she was definitely not ready for what was about to happen next.
There's too many chairs in there for a ghost not to throw in. Yep.
As soon as the chair was thrown,
what? Oh! She got the leg like she can kick your ass. Look.
Panic ensued. Now she was desperately trying to call for help. At the same
If
time,
that
the
was a
exit
human-
was right in front of her.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. And she got them chopper feet, nigga. Damn, needs the chest. Get the fuck up out of here, nigga. There's Poltergeist. I have to get out of here. God damn, that motherfucker ready to get loose, nigga. She finna hit a 1, 2, right. She's shaking the fuck, but that would scare the shit out of me though. All of this, the whole table, TVs, all that shit fly to the exit, bruh. Is she in there by herself? Where's everybody at? It's a whole party. Where is everybody?
She had to do was make a run for it.
That's crazy. If everybody outside having the activities and she got the cookout area just getting like the tables and shit ready, she gonna get out there, come out there, everybody out there kicking, hey, having a good time, and she coming out, they gonna be like, what the fuck? She on that shit again. I told you she was on that shit again. They ain't gonna believe this shit till they all run back and watch this camera. They gonna be like, oh dear God, what the fuck? But man, that little split little 10 minutes before they get in there and even see anything, bro, they gonna think she crazy than a motherfucker. This is the worst shit that happened in her life. Then she gonna be depressed. And then everybody that had, like, everybody that grew up with her, they gonna be like, dang man, that really changed her. Then all the kids gonna be like, I remember when she used to be like regular, then we got a little older, she started being crazy. And then they gonna have kids, and them kids wasn't even around whenever the shit happened. So they just straight born to her being crazy. It traumatized her. So them kids, that generation gonna be like, we got this crazy ass auntie. Don't even know she really was regular. All because of the cookout. Damn, knocked her the fuck out.
The people in this house were experiencing paranormal activity, but couldn't find why it was happening.
She tried to get
After
out of there.
monitoring their cameras, however, they realized that the old library was the source of all their troubles.
That looked like an old scary ass library.
It took them a few watches through the footage to figure out what was happening, because this ghost wasn't floating around like a glowing orb. If anything, it was the opposite, a dark, shadowy figure. But now, there was another problem.
Damn wood in there. You in a space where it's nothing but real wood, old ass fire lamp, but they decided to say, fuck it, put some electricity to it. Kept it old. All these books, nigga, you got 1932 books in there and shit. 100% ghost, nigga. 110%. I'm not coming over.
Was this black shadow a demonic spirit? The Moundsville Penitentiary is notorious for harboring supernatural elements because it's nestled next to an ancient burial ground where thousands of people died, and the people who go there to see it seldom return empty-handed.
Black shadow, this time ready for
that nigga got full. That was a full body.
Figure, best I could describe, walked out sideways from cell 17.
The news reporter went there in June 2021, and while she was discussing the history of the place with the cameraman,
imagine dying in prison, so your whole afterlife you just still in prison. Chicken Guatemalan, that shit sucked, bruh. Like you was already doing life, now you doing eternity. Man.
Alone on the 4th floor, she finally got a taste of what real ghastly energy feels like.
Did you hear that? Jason, Dan, our cameraman, and I stood alone on the 4th floor, the former psych ward. We didn't make that sound, but if not us.
Speaking of paranormal activity on camera, in April 2025, student journalist Nikita Lacey was busy filming a radio interview with her guest when it was abruptly derailed by another presence that had entered the room.
Going for an article. There's also a version that we have of the book. So we pick a book at the moment. We're looking at Catherine May, The Electricity of Every Living Thing.
It started with a strange bright flash of light only caught on camera. In fact, it was so subtle that the radio host didn't even notice it. What happened next, however, was visible to the crew.
What happens is I order the books, I wrap them up with tissue paper, I send them out with a free pen, a little bookmark, and print some quotes off.
A blue chair moved by itself and entered the frame, and according to the cameraman, no one else was around at the time, and he witnessed this unfold before his eyes, but he knew he had to keep his composure and film the interview.
Hey, that's why he got him. That's why he got in front of him sitting there. That nigga was scared in the motherfucker. Yeah. Nigga was scared as hell.
Side of those mindfulness sessions, we'll have a book discussion, and the way we work that is that people pick a couple of quotes and talk.
This footage hides the.
Literally, this camera.
At 5:30 a.m. on October 3rd, 2021.
Literally, this camera is still rolling.
Fuck you. Yeah, that's the end of that video, grannies. Appreciate that follow.